Hey Matt, how's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Good. So, as I'm sure you saw, you got caught on the sideline. Everything kind of went viral. Not, I'm sure your favorite moment ever, but just what's it been like? Have people been reaching out to you about just kind of everything that happened on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, after the game over the weekend, even now, I've seen a lot of stuff online, social media messages, DMs, texts, whatnot, but it's overwhelmingly supportive, and I don't really care either way what's on Twitter and Instagram. I'm too old. It just doesn't bother me nowadays. So whatever. I think what the video was and what it was, I think was just display of passion and emotion, and the heart that I got, and exemplifying our team, the character of our guys, and yeah.
Next, we'll go to Brian London. Brian, go ahead.
Hey, Matt, thanks for taking the time. How do you kind of channel that emotion and put it towards the opponent this week? I know everyone says there's the 24-hour rule, put it behind you. But obviously, I mean, you guys were emotional, but now it's time to like direct it in a different way towards a new opponent going on the road. So how do you kind of do that?
Yeah, you have a short memory. Football we're lucky to play football a game where every single new week you got a new opponent and you got to move on fast, or else you're going to be kind of left behind no matter you win, you lost, whatever. So for me personally, I woke up the next day, Sunday, and it is what it is. It's my fifth year of football. I've won a lot of games, lost a lot of games, and you get up and you move on. Sun goes up. We got to play UNC on Saturday at 7:30 or whatever. You can't dwell on it at all, and that goes for the whole team. That goes for the coaching staff, and you can be disappointed, you can be upset, but no matter what, Sunday morning and this weekend, you got to get up and be like, all right, let's game plan, let's get ready to play North Carolina, and that's what we've done. I think we've done a great job at that this week.
Next up, we'll go to Andrea Adelson. Andrea, go ahead.
Matt, not to belabor the point, but when you were on the sideline there, was that just an expression of your frustration with the situation? Knowing what was about to happen.
I think it just going through the game and what had happened throughout the whole course of the game. To be honest, the game should have never been close, right? The offensively as a unit, top to bottom, we didn't play good enough. And from the beginning of the game, we should have punched in a lot of drives, and the game should have never been that close when it came down to it. It required a 5.5 minute, 4 minute drill to close it out. So there's several opportunities throughout every single quarter where we should have put it away. We should have been up by this. It never should have came down to the wire like that. But I think it was just a display of my passion for the game. No matter the circumstances of a loss, I'm gonna be upset pretty much every time, because that's how I am. I put everything into it, go through all week, and then go through an entire game, and stuff happens, and I get emotional, and I'm not shameful of that at all.
Next, we'll go to Susan Miller-Degnan. Susan, go ahead.
Hey, Matt. Um, just wondering, have you ever been through something like what happened at the end of last game? And how has the team responded? How has the offense responded? Have you guys met individually? What, just the thought there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many games I've been a part of now, but I've had several losses and many that hurt more than others. At UCF and whatnot. So it's not an unfamiliar feeling to be upset at the end of a game like that. But like I said, the response from the team, no, when our leadership council and met and whatnot, is all very positive. And it's, hey guys, move on. You have to have a short memory. Like I said, like football's a game of maybe having a short memory. Coaches, players, everyone involved. You got 12 games a season. You put in all the work all year around the calendar year for 12 games. So shit happens and you move on. And the team and every coach has done a great job of that. We just did a Tuesday practice and high energy, flying around, doing it how we should in every single period, every single drill, and we've responded well.
And then the follow is just your faith in Mario Cristobal. He's had he's really gotten it hard from outside, and in Mario and Dawson, I guess.
I have unwavering faith in both of them. Absolutely, since the day that I met Coach Cristobal, in the first play before I'd even enrolled at the University of Miami, and then Coach Dawson, right as he got to UM in the spring or whenever that time was. both great minds, great men, and I have nothing at all bad to say about either of them. I love both of them, and extreme faith in both of them for the rest of the season, for today, tomorrow, and moving forward. Absolutely.
Thank you.
We got time for a couple more. We'll go back to Adam. Adam, go ahead.
Hey again. So about the actual game coming up, just what have you seen from UNC's defensive front?
Yeah, they're a good football team, right? They're well coached. They're not super complex in the front seven with their down linemen and their linebackers. They run a lot of four down. They'll get into odd and whatnot. But not a super duper complex mental wise. But they got good football players. They play good, sound football. They're well coached. Their D line's got size. They got talented guys across the board, and yeah, I mean they're a solid football team with solid, talented players.
And we'll wrap up with Marcus Benjamin. Marcus, go ahead.
Hey Matt, right after the game, you tweeted out an emotional tweet. Just kind of wanted to ask, why'd you tweeted that out and what compelled you to kind of do that?
I think just the circumstances of what had happened. We had lost the game, and I got in the locker room, and I don't really look on the phone that much, but I got people sending me this and that, and later that night it's this on Twitter and this on Instagram and TikTok and blah blah blah, and I really do not give a shit about any of that. Like, it does not bother me one bit whatsoever. But I just felt like I wanted to just express myself a little bit in a positive manner, and hey guys, it's okay. Like, you lose a game, you move on. Shit, not a big deal. Short memory, like I said, and let's go get after it next week.
All right. Thanks, Matt, for taking the time. We'll see you Saturday night.
All right, thank you.